AI tooling alone, from Lovable to Bolt, Claude to ChatGPT to all the backend pieces, right? To like Neon to Refero to all these other like pieces that are coming together to like help make what I'm trying to do. The bill is like creeping to like $1,000 a month. Giving it access to literally anything and everything on your computer and just giving it its own life, that's dangerous.
Tron 2.0, yeah.
Or building out like a customized agent where you're building from the ground up and you have to build those guardrails in. That's something different, right? That's what we're doing.
But I feel like most founders that are like really having an impact save their LinkedIn or Twitter or whatever the case is, Donald Trump or Elon Musk, or those tweets that like go out are very short and very punchy. I feel like those are coming directly from them. I could be wrong, but I kind of feel like they are.
Yeah, but I think what's really cool is yesterday. So, yeah, we can just dive in. So, we can. I think there's some tie-ins as well. But Microsoft came out with. So it used to be E5. E5 was like the top tier licensing. You get everything like top tier. Like E5 is what Microsoft pushed for a very long time, and honestly, still push for partners and organizations to actually go get. And so they when they build features out, they build them inside E5 in hopes that people would move over to E5 or something of the sort, right? Or like an E3 with like an add-on SKU or something to be able to get the same functionality as E5. But they just came out with one called E7. E7 is basically Microsoft's like all-in-one E5 Copilot agents, everything together now.
Okay.
But what's cool is in this new thing called Agent 365, something that I've been following for a while because something that we want to start building out at Index is you can start licensing agents just like a regular user. So if I bring you onto the company, right, and I say, oh, well, you are an admin for Exchange or something, right? I can bring an agent on as well and give them the same type of license. What that does is that now that agent becomes subject to organizational policy, right? So if that agent becomes licensed, we'll call him Billy. All right, Agent Billy, and the agent is subject to the policy, but we have a policy that in-house that says, hey, you can't upload sensitive information to such and such websites, right? And that agent tries to do that, it will block it, right? Because it's subject to organizational policy now.
Yeah.
Which is cool. And so what I want to start doing is building out agents that organizations can use inside of their companies. On all they have to do is license our agents that we build, and then they'll pay us for whatever they consume on an Azure subscription basis. And so what that looks like is like, so if it's like a credit system, you know how a credit system works. It's kind of like that, right? Or
you get 25 out of 25 credits and
something like that, and or it could just be what's called Azure consumption, which is like per task, it's like 3 cents or something like that, right? Like it's like 3 cents per task, or if it's longer than such and such task, it's 7 cents, and whatever the tier is, right? And so that way, so that's something yesterday I was like, oh, we can start building these out. We can put them on the marketplace, and on the marketplace, we can just sell our agents on the Azure marketplace for organizations to use. So whether that's like orchestration agents or compliance agents or security agents or project management, whatever it is, whatever we're building in-house, we can duplicate those same agents on the Azure marketplace so people have the same functionality of what we use in-house to be able to streamline our operations.
Interesting. Yeah, that's kind of the agent. I guess this has been the topic of, my company too, and just the industry, I guess, is it's just pretty much agents,
Well, yeah, agents letting them roam free is dangerous, right? You should never let an agent roam free because it has too much There's too much leeway for an agent to go and just do stuff, especially within a production environment. Um, and so being being able to kind of gate what an agent can do, uh, based on policy, based on organization, based on um, licensed tier, based on anything, right? Like it allows the organization to go, okay, like we can control it gives people the control they need, to go out and do the things they need to, for the agents to do the things they need to do without running amok somewhere, right? And so like if you go Claude Code and you say, go, and you don't need permission, right? Just go do what you need to do, right? That's cool and all when you're in like a private repository, like go do it. But when you're in a production environment, that doesn't work, right? Things have to be checked. You have to have human in the loop, and there's there's a lot of different like checks that just need to be had in order for that particular code base to be ready for production use.
Yeah.
And so, there's commits, there's reviews, there's all of that.
Hmm. Yeah, I mean, this is good because I was actually just thinking about it when I was driving home. I was having a good conversation with a colleague of mine, and I just was thinking about how like interesting it is to see someone grab onto like AI for the first time. It's very much, not to spiral this conversation, but it's very much like, I guess, doing anything for the first time. Like I don't want to use a bad example, like like drugs or alcohol or something like that. But you know what I'm saying, like uh
Yeah,
first time you
100%.
ramp your bike, you know what I mean? Like that experience is not the same the second
Right.
time you ramp your bike, right?
Exactly.
And it's just interesting to see others like really latch on to AI, especially as it comes to like these agents and like what's possible. It's pretty much like endlessly possible. And I think everyone's at the, I don't know if everyone goes to the same thing, but like everyone's kind of at that like same place where it's like as soon as like you catch it and you realize what it can do, like that first couple of nights, like you're up until like 2 or 3 o'clock in the morning
No, 100%, dude.
because you're down the rabbit hole. Like you're like, oh my goodness, this is endless. And then all of a sudden your brain starts like rapidly thinking about all the other things and applications that could be, possible or potential. I was just thinking about like, man, I wish I could get that feeling, of like that first time using AI again. And it kind of feels like we're almost kind of heading there again with agents and how productive they're really getting and how capable they're really getting. Is that like, okay, now I've already kind of done the whole thought process thing, and I probably haven't done it extremely well considering some of the conversations we've had about my chats and stuff. But um, yeah, now diving into agents for the first time, what you're saying is like super important because your mind starts to ramble, and having a thought process or a thought partner is one thing, but having another actionable
Partner.
resource, yeah,
Yeah.
partner that's going out and doing things can be quite dangerous.
Yeah, but I think the biggest thing, like my first taste in like agents was probably Taslet and like automating a lot of my social. And that was like, I was like, oh, this is so much time off my hands. There's some ramping up that I got to do there. Like, um, reach isn't as good and so on and so forth, right? Because the type of content it's making, I don't think is valuable in that sense. So I need to make it a little bit more valuable content, around that. But what it is doing is that it's taken this massive piece off my plate that I don't have to go in 15 times a day to LinkedIn and comment, or 50, whatever it is. Like I just don't need to do that anymore, right? That part is automated, and most of the time I forget about it. Like I used to log into Taslet daily, right? I might log in, I don't know, twice a week.
Really?
Yeah, I log in
Yeah,
twice a
that's
week,
so you're
and
sharing
I'll
you're sharing off days. You're not even.
Oh, 100%. And I rolled up all of my agents. I had like 4 or 5 different agents working, and it was costing me a lot of money. And so I rolled up all my agents to like maybe 1 or 2 agents now. That's it. And I drastically reduced my cost, probably like almost $200 a month, just on that alone.
Wow.
Yeah. And so it's now it's like now I have this. It's about cost optimization now to go. Okay, like what? Like if you let agents just run amok, they cost a ton of money, right? So it's like, hell, okay. Um, and then you start getting specific, right? Because at first I was like, oh, let's go super broad, and then I was like, oh, that's a high bill. Let's not do that.
Was that pretty significant?
Yeah, it was like, yeah, I think like from like AI tooling alone, and like from Lovable to Bolt to Claude to ChatGPT, to like then to all the backend pieces, right? To like Neon to Refero to all these other like pieces that are coming together to like help make what I'm trying to do, right? The bill is like creeping to like $1,000 a month.
Whew. Yeah.
Yeah, and I was like, all right, this is I was like, okay, I've tested enough. Like, let me kind of reel this in, delete some things that I don't need anymore, and then kind of just go, okay, what does my kind of tech stack look like, and how can I be sure that what I'm building within I agree with, right? So like my tech stack is like Claude Code, and then I use another service called Refero Design, which is like it's like a B2B design inspiration website, but they
Hmm.
built an MCP server that you can connect a Claude Code to give it to make sure that it does design research based on real world B2B designs. So that way it doesn't output like this AI output template of a design, right? So it's actually building for a purpose. It's not building what it believes it should do. And you get this like, you know, dark blue and green gradient, that looks like AI built it with the same icons that everybody else has, right? Because like at the end of the day, everybody can build now. Like that barrier is gone, right?
Yeah. Yeah, it is.
What differentiates people, right, is actually being one, bringing it to production, and two, um, is design, right? Design is the differentiator now. UI UX like is the differentiator now, right? So if you go across the board, and I don't know how many websites I see, and I'm just like, oh, AI designed it. Oh, AI designed it, and I will not put my information in it. Just won't, because I don't think it's secure. And so I'm not going to put my money into a vibe coded website that took somebody a weekend, and they're trying to hit 5,000 MRR and track their progress on Twitter. Like I'm good, right?
Yeah.
Like I'm fine. I don't care about that. I'm not doing that. Like there's 0% of my trying to do that. But and so now I have a tech stack that just works. So Claude Code, and then referral design. Then I have backend, right? So Neon, Versal, Railway, Resend, right? So Versal is hosting. Railway allows me uh, to build the backend and database design. Uh, Neon, I can't remember what Neon does, but I never heard of it until like 2 weeks ago. And then I have another one. I have another one as well, but it works.
What's your wildest agent experience? Has it ever gone on off rail and
No,
just no?
I don't think I've ever had an agent go off the rails.
Okay.
No, no, I've never had an agent go off the rails. Um, there are most agents today that you're going to interface with already have guardrails built in because they're coming from a company, right?
Right.
So Claude or ChatGPT, Codex, or they're already built out, right? A lot of and it could go rogue in a way that if you give it access to everything, like that's an issue, right? You don't want to give access to everything that you have. But a lot of times agents will go rogue, like OpenClaw or the Claude bot, that whole thing that was going around
Hmm.
for a while, like that. Um, Giving it access to literally anything and everything on your computer and just giving it its own life, that's dangerous.
Tron 2.0. Yeah.
100%. It's massively dangerous. Or building out like a customized agent with like LangChain or LangGraph, right? Where you're building from the ground up and you have to build those guardrails in, right? That's something different, right? And so, and that's what we're doing. That's what I'm doing over at Index, is building agents from the ground up. So we have to build those guardrails in, right? We have to build in the proper limitations, and we have to build the proper security compliance around that as well. And so it's a huge feat. But if you go in that route, you need to worry about it. But if you go on like platform route, it's kind of already built in.
Gotcha. Yeah, I wasn't sure if you had like something kind of spiral out of control, especially when it comes
No,
to like running your desktop or its own,
oh my gosh, no. One thing I do use Claude for is very on a limited basis, but I'll use Cowork. I'll use Claude Cowork, and then I'll give it access to like a folder at a time, like my downloads folder or something like that. And if I've like just, and I'll just be like, hey, organize the folder, right?
Mm.
And I'll be like, hey, organize the folder, delete duplicates, and make sure everything's kind of nice and tidy. And then I'll let it run, come back 10 minutes later, and my downloads folder is nice and tidy. Now that is good. That is fun because I'm like, oh, because before, I mean, it would have taken me forever, but I mean, if you've ever tried to organize your downloads folder before, it sucks. There's
But
so
yeah,
much
no.
crap in there,
Yeah. I
right? But
want to. I have the want to. I don't have the drive to. That's yeah.
Claude Cowork, let it do it, dude. Like you'll be like, I mean, 10
Claude
minutes,
Cowork
10,
does it?
15 minutes. Claude Cowork will do it. Yeah.
Mm.
Yep. Claude Cowork will do it. You just give it access to one folder, and then you just say, hey, organize this folder, right? Create the folders that you need to create, delete the duplicates that we don't need. And it will tell you, hey, and before it even deletes it, it'll say, hey, I'm looking to delete these folders. Are you okay with that?
Well, you've just given me something to do on Monday.
I'm serious, dude. Like it's a freaking time saver. I did it on my downloads folder. I did it on my documents folder, my pictures folder, my desktop, everything, man. Like it was fantastic. Yeah, it was. I
What
I
about
don't worry about it anymore.
Outlook? What about Outlook?
Yeah. I mean, you can. Yeah, I mean, you can connect. There's an Outlook connector.
I think
I don't
N8N
know
does it.
what's that.
I think that's kind of like a web scrubber. N8N, something like that.
And yeah, it's an agent. It's an agentic. You can create different like automations and pipelines and things like that with N8N. And so, yeah, I mean, you could do it with N8N. Depending on what you wanted to do, right?
I think organization is like the biggest thing for me. I can organize, but in a world in an industry where things are just like all and in batches, yeah, like batch of this, batch of that, batch of that, batch repeat, and it just feels like, man, how can I monitor all this stuff? So I was talking again to a colleague, and I was like, what I'm really looking for is I need a I need a not really an assistant. I just need a task manager that's like pushing me, sending me push notifications on some of the most important things that I do on a daily basis or weekly basis. That's like sending me
Claude,
yeah, sending me
Claude,
reminders like, hey, you need to do this at this time because remember. But
yeah, yeah, Claude can do that. Taslet does that too. Taslet will like if that's something that isn't running, it'll send me an email and say, hey, this hasn't been running for a little bit, or hey, we didn't do this and this because there's this and this issue. Is this something that you're still wanting to do? It's still pending on your side, and so it'll nudge me. It'll nudge me to get things done. But Claude tasks will do that too now. Like Claude has tasks and
mhm.
dispatch Claude from your phone now too.
What do you mean?
And so if you go into Claude on your phone and open up the menu, you have a new button in there called dispatch. And dispatch, you can connect to your computer and you can kick off tasks from your phone to your computer now. So
Are
if
you
you're so
saying dispatch or are you saying dispatch?
dispatch, like I'm gonna dispatch a trucker, like dispatch,
I don't know why that sounds so weird the way you're saying it. Dispatch.
dispatch, dispatch.
Okay, I'm on the same page.
Yeah, dispatch.
You're not.
Am I saying it weird?
Something you were like. There was like the smallest little gap between dis and patch. Dispatch. It was like you're saying. It was like you're saying dispatch. Yeah.
What?
Like dispatch. Like this batch of cookies.
Oh, but not like, okay, I get you're saying.
Not like
no.
dispatch. No? Yeah, like I called dispatch. You know what I mean?
Hey, I called dispatch.
That sounds. You're falling into sync here, but beforehand, I don't know what was happening there.
And you'll have dispatch. I don't know.
What, you can get whimsical with it. You have the dispatch.
Like, you sounded like the guy from Lion King, like the wise monkey, the baboon.
I don't think the baboon talked like a South African. Did it?
They're in South Africa, aren't they? That's where it's at. That's where they're on a safari.
In South Africa? I feel like that's Africa.
Maybe that's Africa. I don't know.
Is that even appropriate? Okay, anyways, before we get canceled.
I don't know.
For Africa. That's what the name of this episode is going to be. What is
Africa? What is a safari?
Yeah. Oh man, what the heck is dispatch?
I don't even know.
No, that's cool though. So working straight from the phone.
You're going straight from the phone, so like you can be like, oh, okay, well, like if you have your computer open at work, which you should never do, so like that wouldn't really work. Or if you have it from your house, right, and you're working on something, but you have to leave, right, because you have to go do stuff with the family or whatever it is, right, but you still need to you still need to keep things rolling because maybe on a timeline or you need to do something or whatever it is, you're still within a task, then you can dispatch tasks to your computer to continue to do what it needs to do.
You said something there. You leave your computer at home or at work, which you should never do. I think that should be a thing. Leave it at work.
Oh, so that's not what I was talking about. Yeah, leave it at work, but I was saying leave it on. Like your computer should never be on at work.
On at work. Okay. I see.
On.
I see. Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, but honestly, that too, to be honest, like, I mean, unless you need to, right? But my thing is though, is like, if I'm leaving early, okay. Like I might bring it home just to work a little bit at the house, right? If I'm leaving at like 2 or 3 in the afternoon, cool. Get it. Solid. But if I'm leaving work at 5 p.m., there's no reason for me to take a laptop with me.
See, and I think that's kind of like one of my fears about agents and stuff like that. You start giving it integration access, and I know there's parameters, but like, it just kind of feels like we're heading towards a world that they've tried to paint in picture in movies and cinema. You know what I mean? And so, like, have you ever been through that situation? If you're in like at a company and you leave your computer open, maybe you go to the restroom or you run down the road and then it didn't sign out, so it didn't lock, and somebody jumps in there and starts sending emails as a joke or whatever the case is. Yeah, I've had that happen.
Really?
And so they'll send this big email talking about how much they usually send it to themselves from your perspective, talking about how much they admire the person who's right. And so it's like this kind of like inside joke, but it's kind of I think a fear probably a lot of people when it comes to like agents and automation. And okay, I'm getting a little, like you just said, I used to be in Tasklet several times a week, and now I'm only in a couple. You know, like sometimes like you build these things out in these capacities, and then that frees up room for you to do other things. And I mean, no one's perfect. You're going to somehow, to some degree, just kind of disconnect from or disassociate from the concept of like monitoring. And
Well,
just
yeah.
wonder, yeah.
I think one piece that I've noticed, honestly, just across LinkedIn, is that that I'm probably going to be changing up more anyways. Is the connection is I saw that, bro. I saw that. Yeah, we all saw it. Yeah. No, we're just gonna sit here and bask in what happened just for a minute. A moment of silence for Will. Yep.
Made in Taiwan.
Oh, great. You're making fun of the Taiwanese people?
They would take it serious. They'd be like, we're going to fix this. Why do they sound like samurais? I have no idea. I have no idea, bro. We're going to fix this.
Yeah, I think what's happened is it's brought me out of the actual connection piece of LinkedIn, of like talking to people, engaging with people in that sense, right? I do more in person, right? I'm more engaging in person now, but I don't know. It's a weird type of like line that
Can I give you my
is
opinion?
just odd. Go for it.
I think it makes sense what you've built for Index or the podcast. You know what I
Yeah,
mean? Or something that is an entity that's not one singular person. And so, but like for your account, I think it does. I think your account should be like very spontaneous. I had something I want to share with people type of deal. You know
yeah,
what I mean? Like, and so they know whether that's super short or super long, like that's coming directly from you. Like when I comment to people on YouTube, on shorts, on TikTok, or whatever the case is, I typically add, like, especially if like it's something that I was passionate about saying back to them, I usually add my name at the end because I want them to know that it wasn't a bot that responded. And so, yeah, I feel like your link. I feel like most founders, maybe I could be wrong, but I feel like most founders that are like really having like an impact save their like LinkedIn or Twitter or whatever the case is. I mean, think about like Donald Trump or Elon Musk or you know what I mean? Like those tweets that like go out and like really like are very short and very punchy. I feel like those are coming directly from them. I could be
yeah,
wrong, but I kind of feel like they are.
yeah. I have no idea, man. To be honest, but yeah, I
It's hard
think
to know.
yeah. I think what I need to figure out to do is dial back posting because I only post twice a day, anyways. And so maybe take one post out and make one post something that I'm actually writing myself.
You know what you can't fake? Video. Grab your iPhone.
I mean, I could, but
You need to. I mean, that is free. It's free advertisement and marketing mixed in with your tasklet processor who plugs them in. But you,
bro, to feel like I have to do videos on a weekly basis now too is a lot.
no, didn't get all pissed off about something. You freaking pull your phone out. 20 seconds. Gary V. How's Gary V ever going to get on this podcast if you don't take his advice?
I mean, you know, I don't even know, to be
It's like
honest.
going to the gym, man. I think you do it once because you were doing it already and you were super busy back then. Season 2.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, I was
Early season
busy.
3.
I was busy, but I wasn't busy, if that makes sense.
We need to dive into this, man. Like,
What's that?
you have a reluctancy here to
Do video?
yeah, to do something necessary. I think it's necessary, bro. If you're building a brand.
Yeah.
Like even if we go the ad way, right? Of me like recording some nice ads for Index, that's one thing. But
Actually going out there and just doing it ad hocly. Yeah.
I mean, you're sitting there in the parking lot about to get a haircut, about to walk in. Now you plug up Evolve. You're like, hey, I'm sitting in front of Evolve Barbershop, about to get my haircut, get my beard trimmed. I had this thought. You have this natural lighting. You're in a nice Porsche. Dude, what? What are you doing?
I don't know. It
Shoot them over to
seems,
me. I'll edit them.
I mean, it's just, I don't know. It seems trivial at times. Like it just,
Yeah.
I don't know why. I have a hard time, and I think this is literally probably where Gary Vee is going to be like, you're a dummy, right? Is like, I have a hard time connecting what I what I'm doing for Index will help me on TikTok.
But it's not about Index. Index is its own thing. This is about Michael. This is about Michael and why is Michael doing any of this stuff? Are you doing it for a
I get
paycheck?
it. No.
You know what I mean? Like it's fun. But if it's not fun and if it's just work right now, there's two ways like you could look at it, right? And this is so interesting because I feel like I'm usually in your hot seat. When you're, you know, this is me. I'm like intervention time.
Table has turned.
No, but seriously though, two ways you could look at this. I know we're diving from AI into this, but I think it's all conducive because you're doing so much with AI and you're building so much right now. That I would imagine it's pretty overwhelming, great, cool, and interesting and new and fresh just at sometimes, but like really it can be overwhelming. But you could either look at it from a perspective of, okay, I have to do these things, kind of like I have to go to the gym in order to keep like this synergy looping, right? Or you could look at it from the point of view that I'm doing so much of this that these small little things break up the monotony. So no matter how you really look at it, it's necessary because you're either going to do it because you're passionate about not always doing this, or you're going to do it because like what you're doing there is going to influence to some degree down the line what you're doing over on the right. I
I get
have
what
to
you're
do.
saying.
I'm talking to myself right now too because I need to do this for like the podcast and my TikTok, and I don't want to do it, but I need to do it.
Yeah, I get what you're saying. It's like this is the human behind the person building whatever it is that we're doing, right? It connects, like it's the connection stream between the two. To say, okay, hey, you're not just business. Like this is a human behind here too.
Yeah, because the company is never going to tell you anything bad.
Right.
Right. I mean, think about season 2, all of our guests and stuff like that. It was all about like highlighting the good. And then the ones that stood out the most were the ones that jumped on and went.
Yeah, crap at the
Year
fan.
3,
Yep.
I was crying in my shower, you know, stuff like that. So it's like, if the companies, remember, I mean, we even had uh like the pre-interviews where people were like, well, what are we expecting to get out of this? Or like, how are you going to like highlight and show us off and stuff like that? And if the company's always going to do that, the company's always going to look at things from like liability and confidentiality and proprietary way, that basically always influences, just like if a athlete says something wrong on social media and then they get dropped by Nike.
Right.
Because Nike's always thinking about Nike, you know? And so if the company's going to do that already, then that doesn't mean like your profile needs to be that. Profile needs to be.
Yeah, it shouldn't be a highlight reel.
Well, it should. It should be a highlighted reel of you just being honest in front of a camera for 20 seconds.
Yeah, that's true. Right. Yeah. I'll do a couple videos after Easter.
Yeah.
Well, I'm not on social, so yeah. I'm not on social right now, so
Yeah.
I only get onto LinkedIn to like see like analytics and stuff like that. That's the only reason I get on it in LinkedIn right now. But
Yeah.
everything else is blocked until after Easter.
Very cool. No, yeah, I don't blame you for that either. Just worth a shot. But that's
I
interesting.
think you're
How
right.
about- yeah.
Yeah. I need to I think I need to get into the headspace of doing it. Like, hey, I need to move my mindset from to it's a prerequisite, and like habit stack it somehow. Maybe while I'm brushing my teeth in the morning, just do a video. I don't know. I just need
Whatever.
I need to stack it with another habit though that I already do.
Yeah, haircuts.
I don't get haircuts that often. I get haircuts maybe like every 4 to 6 weeks.
I feel like that's inaccurate. Every time I call you, you're at Manny's.
Well, it's a beard trim.
Every beard trim? For every beard trim that you go every week?
Sometimes I don't go every week.
Yeah. But
sometimes like I'll maintain in between, and it's hard to get. It's hard to get Manny. He's a hard man to get a hold of, or to book with, or not even that. He's relatively easy to book with. Just
he's
not
just
the times that I
popular.
need.
Yeah. And he's very popular. Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. He's very popular. So I have to I think what I need to start doing. This is a random tangent at this point, but
yeah.
Anyways, I think at the end of the day, man.
From AI to beard trims.
Listen, all right, for the freaking audience, I don't want you guys commenting on the post going, "What the heck did I just watch?"
Oh, 100% I'm going to get it, dude. I want it. Send me all of it. All of the hate. I want it.
Like, what is this crap? What are you guys even putting out at this point?
The bad part is I jump back on there and I mansplain it. I'm like, oh, you didn't understand? I'm like,
mansplaining.
Yeah.
That's hilarious.
Yeah, what we were saying in this particular moment was,
that's hilarious, dude.
Just do it. Just show up. I'm going to tell you, bro. Show up and record the dang videos.
Show up and record the dang videos.
1 a week.
I'll do it, man.
1 a week. Or record one long one and just go on a tangent and then separate it into like 8 different videos.
Yeah. I actually just had I just did an advisor call with a company that I'm advising right now. So I'll see if maybe I can bring a couple clips from that. So
that's cool.
That was a pretty good call.
Yeah. I
might bring some stuff out of that. Create some content from that too.
I like it. Well, cool, man. Great insights, especially into AI.